occasion of the AGM, where we are paying our tribute to our founding president, Mr. Leslie Gunaratne, to interview Leslie's wife, Mrs. Grace Gunaratne, and spend a bit of time talking to her to find out a little bit about the life of Leslie and his childhood, career, and his involvement with the community. So welcome, Grace. Nice to have you.
Thank you.
First of all, for the benefit of the listener, could you tell us a little bit about the events that led to the establishment, the founding of the APSL UK, the early years, please?
Yeah, Leslie always appreciated what was there. He saw so many OBAs, so many OGAs, and he also saw the Law Medical Society, and he thought that there is no platform for the Sri Lankan professionals in the UK.
Yeah.
So he was talking about it at home several times. And one day he discussed with some of his friends. And one afternoon, 3 friends arrived, and around the dining table they sat and discussed the matter. So finally, they decided to form an association, thought of a name, APSL, Association of the Professionals, Sri Lankan Professionals in the UK.
Yeah.
It was confirmed, and they decided what they want to do, their vision.
Yeah.
So they had several things to help Sri Lanka.
Brilliant. Yeah.
So in this informal discussion, there were 3 other people apart from Leslie, Dr. Mark Disanayake, P. Saliyanage, and Sarath Vijayasinghe.
That was when the seed was planted. I believe things progressed and you held your first meeting. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so they decided on a date to have the first formal meeting.
Yeah.
And they decided to have it on the 28th of February at Prince of Ceylon restaurant in Hendon. The very first discussion, they decided, Leslie pointed out, there are so many associations, OBAs, but our High Commission is not involved in anything. So he said, it's a good idea if we can involve the High Commission. Yes, they all agreed, and they thought they should invite the then High Commissioner, Mr. Faiz Mustafa. So High Commissioner was included, and he was really, really delighted.
Understand the High Commissioner, who used to be a President's Counsel, a lawyer, had a hand in helping draft our first constitution.
Absolutely, absolutely. They spent a lot of time drafting the constitution and got all the help from Mr. Mustafa.
Okay.
At the first meeting, there were 12 members.
Yeah.
Now I understand we have more than 400 members.
Almost 400 members now. Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. The real test came in December 2004, Boxing Day tsunami. And that really tested the mettle of this up and coming young association.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit what happened and what reactions, what challenges the APSL faced.
Yeah, that is the first shock. Sri Lanka was struck, and so many people lost their homes. And the people in this country, they were so kind, and there were so much money came in as donations. So the society had at the time about 40,000 pounds
collected in donations.
So the society discussed, the members discussed how to send the money to Sri Lanka. Leslie said, instead of sending, there's so much money was sent anyway. Every association. Leslie said, shall we do something that we can see? And just give them the money. So the whole committee agreed. We had to do something. So we need to go to Sri Lanka to find out what needed to be done. So we went in July. So we discussed with people, the influential people, and then it was noted that Talpe was badly affected. So with the village Grama Sevaka, Leslie went, and I also went with him.
Yeah.
And they looked at the area. There were people living in temporary tents.
Yeah.
And we saw some really little children lying on the mats.
Yeah.
So Leslie said, we need to get proofs that these really belong to these people before we build the houses.
Yeah.
So, and immediately the papers were produced and documentation all produced.
Yeah.
So they selected 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to build 10 houses, one house they said would be, he consulted contractors. They said it will cost £4,500 for one house with 2 bedrooms, veranda, and all that.
Yeah.
So he came back with all the details.
Yeah.
They had enough money for 9 houses.
Right.
Then Leslie went again and handed over the contracts.
Yeah.
And it was supervised by other people.
Yeah.
And soon, before long, 10 houses were built.
Yeah.
And got the message to say houses are built, now you can come and hand over.
Yeah.
So
I understand Mr. Pietissa had a role in supervising the project.
Of course. I forgot that I have written it. Pietissa was one of the, and his wife, they all went and participated in this project. Yeah.
Now what I'm going to do is to take you through some photographs of early days, and you'll recognize some of the faces. You may want to comment as we go along. Have a look.
Yes.
Can you see the picture?
Yes. Shedka, the High Commissioner, Sarah,
and
Rohan, and
was
Leslie.
our first General Secretary.
Yes, Rohan was, first, That is our Mervyn.
Second General Secretary.
Second General Secretary and Scholarship Coordinator. And Ari Lienagay.
Aryasena.
Aryasena Lienagay, the Treasurer, and Leslie. Pietissa Lienagay. And Leslie.
And one of the meetings, it looks like in the High Commission from the...
The Leslie Gunaratne and Leslie Depp. And Pietissa. And behind...
there, Ari is there. And Mrs. Abu Hassan is there. I recognize there are Dr. Mark and a few others. Let's move on for time.
The road is there. Aris and also Dr. Nagam.
And then Dharma is there in the background.
And also Dr. Galapati, Dharma, and Dr. Mark. And I think
Kirti Devendra is there.
Devendra,
And as a group photo taken on that occasion, I don't know where Leslie is. He should be talking to somebody.
He must be talking.
One of the AGM photos, and one of the two people I recognize there we haven't seen before, and Dr. Kumaraswamy, who was the governor of Central Bank of Sri Lanka, who was in our committee before he left for Sri Lanka. And here we have Ron Pereira, who was also a General Secretary for a while. And here we have Lushani, Kodituaku, who was Deputy General Secretary under me at the time, if I remember. This is the event.
The mayor.
Nottingham. And
the mayor.
This gentleman, Dr. Raj Chandran, was the Lord Mayor of one of the local borough councils. Now, I'm taking the liberty to lead on this one because this is effectively articulating the values and beliefs that the founding members had, the APSL has evolved. The reason I'm saying this is particularly relevant to the aspirations of Sri Lanka today, where people are clamoring for a society, peaceful, just and prosperous. Citizens live in harmony, dignity for all, caring for one another, where diversity is valued rather than division, which has been sown over the years. Diversity is valued and celebrated, with all the children get the opportunity to realize their full potential, which has a close relevance to the scholarship scheme, which has become part of the APSL. Country's human resources valued and protected and developed rather than wasted and destroyed, and into a productive workforce. Sri Lankan professionals renowned for their knowledge, skills, and hard work excel nationally and internationally, enriching the nation and enhancing the reputation of the country. Country's natural beauty and its cultural heritage and abundant resources are enjoyed by all, cherished and looked after for the enjoyment and benefit of the future generations. Knowledge-based economy grown from agro and manufacturing economy grown into a new knowledge-based economy, an efficient and highly productive country with no money problems, no shortages that we are going through today, a better future, and country develop into a fair and liberal, democratic and efficient, corruption-free society. This is the clamor of the nation today. A country where, one of the best countries to live and enjoy and work in and to do business with, because the day the corruption disappears, efficiency comes, like we all want, it will be as good as Singapore, where people want to live, come visit, do business with. And in order to do that, APSL over the years, starting with Leslie and in the presidents and leaders that followed, worked towards providing relief and development aid ongoing to Sri Lanka many times, and knowledge transfer activities. And in the UK, its mission has been the development of professionalism among members, and projecting a positive image about Sri Lanka in the UK and promoting cultural relations. Sorry, I took over that one. I wanted to get that out because that is the articulation, the values we have lived by for the last 18 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So I met Leslie when he was 17, 18.
Yeah.
My sister got an appointment as an English teacher, young English teacher in a school in which the deputy head was Leslie's mother. So they became family friends. So one day my sister wanted to visit his mother, his family. So she went with me. So the mother, father, and other sisters were there, and Leslie was there. So mother asked Leslie to go and get some cake from the bakery.
Yeah.
He said, only if you let me go with my rim.
Yeah.
You know what the rim is?
I know, a cycle rim that kids used to push around, run with them.
With a piece of stick. And mother first said no, and then she said, then I'm not going. Then she said, okay, then go. Be very careful. So he ran with that stick, and within minutes he came with cakes. And that's the first time I saw him, and I saw him, he was very athletic, very jovial, very sportive young person.
Don't tell me he brought the rim to England as well and played with it. Did he? Yeah. Okay. Never seen that.
He would have allowed.
Okay.
And so when he passed the GCSE, I asked him what I thought he would go to the university, and I want to go to the university as well. So he said, no, I'm not going to go to the university yet, because I'm the eldest. I got 3 sisters and a brother. If I go to the university now, my parents will have to spend the money on me. That means it will affect my younger brother and sisters. Therefore, I am going to get a job. And I'm going to help my parents first, so they can help my siblings. So that is what he did. So he went to a job. Then I changed my idea of going to the university. Then I made a shortcut. I wanted to be a teacher anyway. I made a shortcut and got the Maharagama training entrance, which was very qualified at the time. And straight away you get a job. And I did that, and I became a teacher as well.
Language teacher or
English?
English teacher.
English
okay, from Maharagama train. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So so he said, when my sisters grow up and they're okay, then I will continue with my studies. So that's what he did. And one sister came over here to do the PhD. The other sister did the degree. So he's free. He said, now it's my time. 1953. I'm going to continue. And he wanted to come to the UK. He came to Birmingham University. And then he went to Heriot-Watt University to do the master's engineering. And he was a very innovative person. He wanted to do something new. He said, I will do quality assurance in structural engineering. That was quite something new. And he did it, and he did it. He did very well.
Yeah.
And he had job offers everywhere.
You came to England, he came to Birmingham to do the degree,
Yeah.
and you came and carried on working as a teacher?
I carried on working as a teacher, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, at first I didn't get a teaching job because I got a civil service job, which was very good as well.
Yeah.
But later I changed and I became a teacher again.
Brilliant. Yeah. Okay. Tell us a little bit about life in UK and further education and growing up family and all that.
Yeah, at first when we came in 1973, we found it very difficult to come because with Ruani was very little, and the British High Commission was not very happy allowing us to come with a little child. They said that Leslie would be in full-time education and I would be working. This childcare will be very, very expensive. For their suggestion was to leave the baby with the grandparents, come work, qualifications, and come back. But Leslie said, if I can't take my baby, I'm going.
Right.
So one day when he went again, he said, take the baby with us. So I carried the baby, and then they looked at the baby, and eventually they agreed. They came, okay.
So Rooney was well behaved and convinced them it's okay for her to go. Right. Well done, Rooney.
So that was fine. So when we came here, it's quite difficult for me to get a job because with the baby. Yeah. So I was invited to a job in the bank. They gave me a test and 10 sums. I got them all right. 10. But they said they can't offer me the job because with the baby, I may not be able to do the job because we couldn't afford to put her to a nursery. We didn't have the money.
Correct.
So I need to get a job. It's a vicious circle. Finally, I got the job and everything.
I suppose in the 70s, the employers could say that you can't have a job because of childcare. Nowadays, they won't
that is
get away
exactly.
with that.
Yeah, Lloyd's back.
Yeah, interesting how the times have changed.
Yeah. So everything went perfectly worked out.
Yeah.
I got a job. Ruani, we put her to a nursery. It was a very expensive nursery at the time.
Yeah.
£5 a week or very high.
A lot of money those days.
Yeah. So we got through that.
Yeah.
Then Leslie got the job after qualifications, and I got the job. And Ruani was studying. We put her to a private school. She did very well. She went to the university. She did the degree and then the master's and then the PhD. She did really well, and we are very happy.
Brilliant.
When she got the PhD, I asked Leslie, how do you feel? He said, I have done my job.
Right, brilliant. Proud dad.
My duty, I did. He was so.
Move on to Leslie, the proud granddad.
And
picture.
Or when she was born, after her maternity leave, it was approaching the time she had to go back to work. Then Leslie said, don't take her to a nursery, I will look after her. And she learned to change her, to prepare her milk, to wash. So he learned them. But when it came to and he resigned from the job.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he resigned from immediately.
Granddaughter.
And when it came to the time, Ronnie and Mark thought it might be too difficult for him to move till 5. So she decided to take the baby to the nursery, which was in her own workplace. And Leslie was quite upset. He went back to work.
Am I not good enough? You are taking her away.
So, but every time he got time, he took her on holidays. So he really had a great time. And he would come home early, bring her from the nursery, and look after her. And I also come straight away, and we had really great time when he was tiny.
So you had some amazing times, as a family and with grandchild and good memories.
And he really enjoyed it. And he used to pick her up from school. I also used to go at 3:30. He would leave home at 2 o'clock. It's only 5 minutes drive. He would go there, park the car, put money, and wait until 3:30, so that
Right.
he doesn't have to walk far.
Right.
Yeah, and he would play with her. We really had a great
Yeah, a
time.
lot of fun. Yeah, pretty
I-
much all the leading temples in the south he was involved. He had a hand.
Yes.
Brilliant. Now these were some of the words that I had mentioned by people in describing the sort of impressions, the memories he has. They have about him. How Leslie's legacy. You want to just look at it and comment?
Yeah, he's caring. He's very caring. And another word I like to add is altruistic. He's altruism is amazing. He always put other people first. For example, the family, sisters. Let the sisters go first, then I'll go later.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll study later. So he always selfless person. He's very caring, willful and determined. Yes, if he take a step, he will continue in the right way. He will never give up halfway. If he starts something, he will finish it to the best ability. He was successful professional. He has so many job offers always. Happy family man. He always looked after the family. He looked after his parents, his sisters, brother. He looked after us, and
respected and loved by members.
All the relatives.
Yeah.
All the relatives came for his funeral. They all cried.
Really? Yeah.
I have got photographs of them, given how they must miss him.
Yeah.
He was a devout Buddhist man who left something for the future generations. Definitely, he's an example, amazing example.